2020 is shaping up to be a big year for Digimon fans of all types. If you like the virtual pets like I do, we have the Digital Monster X version 3 as well as the Digital Monster version 20th English Wave 2 that are both releasing this month. We also have Digimon Adventure Last Evolution Kizuna, which released in Japan last month and is releasing in other areas across this month. I don't know specifically what dates for what areas, but for me it's coming out in a couple weeks, which I'm very excited for. We also have Digimon Adventure Sai, or Digimon Adventure 2020, whatever you prefer to call it, a reboot of Digimon Adventure that will be airing in Japan next month in April. And we even have Digimon Survive, which is supposed to still be coming out this year. Hopefully it does this time. And so we have all those different things, but not only that, we also have a new card game that is going to be releasing next month in April. This new card game is not going to be the same as the old card game. It won't even follow the same mechanics pretty much at all. The original card game, which you're seeing on my table here in front of me, is based around the whole rock, paper, scissors mechanic of A types, B types, and C types, or as they often correlate with data, vaccine, and virus types, although not necessarily always. And that game's still good. I still enjoy it. If you want to learn more about that game, check out my last video where I played it online with a friend and only got a few things wrong, I would like to add. But we're not talking about that game right now. We're talking about the new one coming out next month. I just received a package today. Here's just a little bit of what that package looks like, but what's important is what's in the package. Still nice and sealed up here is a couple of packs, well, more than a couple. I bought a few just to be safe because I didn't realize that you were guaranteed to get all 6 cards in each pack. That's apparently what that says. So what is this pack? This is for the Digimon card game, which they are keeping that name very simple. Digimon card game is just all they're calling it. Not going to get confusing at all, I promise. But this is booster version 0.0, which has 6 promotional cards. You can get this either by getting the digital, well, which one is it now? The Digivice CSA gold thingy. It's a cosplay prop, or you can get this by buying Battle Spirits cards. I did neither. There's just people on Japanese resellers that are getting these and selling them. They're actually, I got them for a pretty good deal. I know Japan You Want had some, at least. They might still have some. I don't know. I didn't buy these from Japan You Want. I bought these off of Japan Yahoo auctions. No matter how you buy it, I'd recommend trying to find some. I found 6, I guess, so good for me. I don't need 6, but I have 6. Maybe it'll be collector's items later. I don't know. Either way, let's go ahead and take the seal off this. So we already know what cards are in here because it should be the same 6 cards in every single one. And these are just promotional cards. The Digimon featured on these will be in the normal starters or boosters as well, but they will not have the same effects. These ones are special. So there we go. That's what it looks like outside the package. Just one of these here. Not for sale. Don't tell that to the guy that sold these to me. But yeah, if you're a Japanese retailer, you can't sell these. So we have this nice art on the front here of various Digimon, all of which are child level. It's very neat looking artwork overall. I like a few inclusions specifically. Leomon being in there, Kokuamon, Goblimon, and Betamon. I like all that. There's a lot of lesser used Digimon that I'm hoping will be appearing in here. And on the back, we can see which cards will be able to pull out of this. And apparently you can go to digimoncard.com to do something. There's all the cards that are in here, P1 through P6. So let's go ahead and open this up. Let's just, let's go ahead and figure out the best way to do this. Okay, so let's see what we got in here. Okay, so up first, we have this little thin sheet of paper, laminated. According to this, 4. That's all I can read. Although I'm pretty sure these are the card sleeves you can get to cover your Digimon cards. And I didn't order any card sleeves because I didn't know what they look like, and now I do know what they look like, and I still don't want them. We have on this side half of the memory gauge. Basically, this thing works that if the memory thingy is on your side, a marker I guess it is, then that means you can play cards. And if you have 10, for example, you could play up to any number of cards that would have their value equal 10, but you can also go over a little bit because if we pull on this side, you'll see this matches up there, just like that at 0. So if you were at 2 and you played a card that cost 6, for example, well, that would end your turn and the other player would have 4 memory points to start with instead of having none. So there's a little bit of a give and take when it comes to that. it's a very interesting idea. I'm looking forward to actually seeing it in action, because we haven't really seen this game played much yet. But if you want information on this game, by the way, real quick, I'm gonna just let you know. What the heck was that? Buttons Y. That was my cat. If you want information on this game, I definitely recommend going to digimonworld.org, where they're giving all sorts of great details. Very helpful, especially if you don't know Japanese, because I certainly don't. On this side, we see the promo for the starter decks. We have Kaioctus Blue and Gaia Red and Heavens Yellow, all based on Metal Garurumon, Wargreymon, and Angemon there. So those are coming out next month for 500 yen each, and they're not joking. It actually is that cheap. That's about, it's close to $5 in United States currency. I don't know what that would equate to elsewhere. I'm sorry, I don't pay attention to the exchange rate everywhere. But the it's pretty cheap. You can get them in a lot of different places. If you search for just a little bit in a few major Japanese sites, you should be able to find a way to purchase these. Unfortunately, reading it is another story. So there we go. We're done with the looking at the memory gauge thing and the stuff on the back of it. Let's look at the actual cards. So what we have here, ooh, that's shiny. I didn't expect it to be shiny. So here we have that same artwork depicting all the child level Digimon, and this is an Agumon card right here. We see that he's a level 3, meaning child. He's got an effect, and I don't know what that says, but thankfully, again, Digimon World does know what that says. So what Agumon's ability is that on entry, he destroys one of your opponent's 3000 DP or less Digimon, and it's non-inheritable. And I'll get into inheriting things in just a second here, but as you can see, Agumon's got 3000 DP, so he would be able to destroy another 3000 DP Digimon just by entering the battlefield. He's got 5 of those, he's got 5 of those costs, so if I wanted to like play him, I'd have to spend 5 memories over here, which may end up giving my player memories, or however it's going to be called. Or if I was playing him off of a level 2 Digimon, it would cost 0 to do so, so if he was evolving from a baby. We also see that his picture's down here again, and there is a good reason for that, so we're just going to put you right down there for right now. We have Piyomon. She looks freaking awesome. Like the green, this isn't going to properly show in the camera, as cool as this is, but it's got a very nice hollow effect where not everything is shiny, but like certain elements like the attack are. So she's a 2000 DP, less DP than Agumon. Honestly, I'm not too certain what DP will actually end up meaning in this game. I'm assuming it decides whether you win or lose, but maybe not. We'll see. Again, Digimon World probably already has all that information, and I just didn't pay close enough attention. You'll see Piyomon, though, has a bunch of text down here, as opposed to Agumon, whose text was up there. And that's because she can pass it down when she evolves, and I'll show that off here in a second. So, with Piyomon, her ability there says, during your turn, when this Digimon destroys an opponent's Digimon by battle, it actually doesn't translate the next part because it says illegible on here, so it looks like he hasn't gotten his hands on the actual cards yet. Draw 1 card for your deck, and it is inheritable since it's down here. So there you go. She can help you draw more cards. So we'll put you down right there. We have Gabumon. He's got an ability up here, not down here. He costs 4 to play out of there as opposed to 3 or 5 from up there. And Gabumon's ability says, on entry, remove 1 evolution source from the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon, non-inheritable. What good will that do? I have no idea. We'll put you right over here, Gabumon. And the star of the show, Gomamon, right here, who only has 1000 DP, and I don't know why they always jip Gomamon on what he has. I think having a lower DP is probably bad, and I don't want Gomamon to have a lower DP. He deserves to have the highest DP, because look at him, he is the best out of all of them. Also, I'm just really biased, and I love water elements of anything. He's got an inheritable ability here. His says, once per turn, when your Digimon's evolution source is removed, you get +1 memory. So that's cool. Memory being those little, that point gauge from before. So there's Gomamon. You can cover up Gabumon because you're better than Gabumon. We have Patamon, and Patamon does not have an inheritable ability, but he does let you, when your security becomes 1 or less, then you can recover +1. It looks like this was a little bit hard to read on the initial scan that we had of this, so the full text there. If you can read Japanese, well, good, then you're probably enjoying this more than people who can't read Japanese, but there you go. This is going to make playing this game very difficult for those of us not familiar with how to read kana of various types. All right, so Patamon, you go over here, and then we have Tailmon. Tailmons are only adult Digimon in this group, and the ability that Tailmon has is that if your security is 3 or greater, this Digimon gets plus 1,000 DP. She's currently at 4,000, which is the highest out of all these right here. But so here's the cool thing, all right, is let's say we have Patamon over here. So there we go, I got Patamon, okay? And we'll move the DMX2 out of the way there. So actually Patamon's a bad example, but I can't remember if the color, so the colors mean something, right? You got red, blue, and yellow. This whole game's built around the colors. And I think you can only evolve into the same color. You'll notice there's no evolution requirements on this. It's not like Hyper Coliseum where it says specifically what you have to come from. It's basically just free for all if your colors match and you can evolve into each other. So Patamon can evolve to Tailmon. And so the way it would work is you'd have him right there, and then you'd lay Tailmon down just like that. And you'll notice you still see Patamon, but you also see Tailmon. So any of these effects that you can see are still usable. So let's pretend that Tailmon's blue. We'll put Goemon on top there. So now Tailmon has her ability and also has Goemon's ability that are both usable. So it's a very interesting mechanic because you can just play Digimon right from your hand. Like you see a cost for 4 here, or you can choose to take the necessary effort to evolve them and use less points to evolve into them. So I could play Tailmon from my hand from 4, or I could spend 2 and play it down on Goemon since Goemon's evolving into Tailmon. Again, probably not possible since they're not the same color. And there you go. So those are those cards right there. We're expecting to learn a lot more about this game in the near future when it actually, releases and we get a rule book and all that good stuff. Hopefully it'll be easy to memorize. Again, go to digimonworld.org to learn a lot more about this game. They've been doing a great job of documenting just about every single thing that's come out about this. And I'm assuming that through them, we're going to be able to probably play this. Otherwise, I'm going to have to take out Google Translate and play a very slow game of this, since, again, I don't know what these say. Although I do know what that says. That says Piomon. Check that out. The back of the cards, I haven't shown those off yet, look like this. Cool. It's card design. Very nice. It should also show off the size differences, I suppose. So let's take, let's see, I got Patamon over here. That's a good one. We'll compare him with new Patamon. There we go. So Hyper Coliseum cards are always a little bit shorter than other cards, and that's evident here. See, it's a little bit smaller there. These are basically standard size cards. In fact, let me get a magic card right here. I'll show you that for sure. I got the first random magic card I could find, and it happened to be a mountain. That's not very exciting, but it is what it is. So yeah, same exact size as magic cards. That's nice. If you don't end up buying card sleeves that are official for this, then basically any normal card sleeve will work, since this is the exact same size as Magic the Gathering cards. And I think that's pretty much all there's to say about these. The cards are very pretty, like very metallic, very good looking. I'll just hold them up here one more time just to make sure everyone got a good look at them. There goes Patamon. There's Gabumon. All shiny. I don't know what attack of his is running. There's also a bunch of like tiny text down here. Oh yeah. I don't know what that says. I don't know if it's important. I have no idea. That's important. That says not for sale. This is certainly just all random copyright stuff. Oh, this was done by Osmaria. It tells you who the artist is. That's cool. Osmaria is a prolific Digimon designer. Did a lot of work on the X series, for example. And it says Digimon at the top in case you forget what you're looking at. Yeah, I don't know if it says what their attacks are or anything. I don't know what any of that says. They don't have multiple attacks like they did in Hyper Coliseum anymore, so maybe they don't need to say that. All right, let's refocus on the card. Thank you. All right, so there's Tailmon again. You can see Plotmon in the background of Tailmon there. What's Plotmon doing there? Very pretty. Piomon. Very pretty. Goemon, the best, the absolute best. I'm gonna frame this. So pretty. Like I said, all these cards too, they're in the other decks or boosters. They just have different artwork. So this artwork is specific to the promo, and this one's way cool right here. I really like this one. like that Agumon's holding the car without thumbs because new Agumon doesn't have thumbs for no reason. Friggin', come on, guys. Give him back his thumbs. Agumon needs to have thumbs. He needs to be able to hold things properly. You guys are holding poor little Agumon back from his full potential. Look at him. Look how he used to be. Look at those thumbs he used to have. What happened to the thumbs? Kenji Watanabe. Why'd you take away the thumbs? Why did I pronounce her name wrong? I don't know. Although actually he does know. I asked Kenji Watanabe what the reasoning for Agumon losing his thumbs were. Or actually, more specifically, I asked him when he thinks of Agumon these days, does he think of him with thumbs or without thumbs? And he basically said something along the lines of, it was easier to animate Agumon without thumbs, or maybe not easier to animate, but just that when they moved into the animation that they just didn't use thumbs, and so that became the default for Agumon. So, sorry Agumon, you have to live life without thumbs ever again. That's all I'm going to talk about these cards for now. I hope this was slightly informative for you all. I'll be showing off more cards when I get them with the big booster. I'm going to be getting so many cards. I don't know how many cards come in a booster. Maybe it's 6 like it is with these. I don't know. But I got 24 boosters coming, so however many that is. And then I also have the starter decks, which I think had 50 cards in each starter, which is already more than you would use in a Hyper Coliseum battle. Waymon, you're not covering up the spot there. So look forward to that. I'll be doing that in April whenever I get the cards. I don't know. Also, I'll be getting the Digital Monster X version 3 in the coming weeks, along with the Digital Monster version 20th Wave 2 English. I might not do a video for the Wave 2 English, we'll see. I may or may not. If you want me to, shout in the comments. If you don't want me to, whisper in the comments. And but I'll definitely be doing a video for the X3, especially because I want to show off the fancy new evolution method that I've been using. Here, I'll give you a quick sneak peek here. If I go into the secret menu of debug, look at that, 5 Karma Stakes. Why do you have so many Karma Stakes? Prince Mamemon have not been carrying. Well, it doesn't matter. Now he has 0. So that's a sneak peek you got there. I just gave Prince Mamemon 0 Karma Stakes when he had 5. So, yeah. So I look forward to those for sure. And other than that, I will see you in the next video, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Goodbye.